Netflix named Weed, California, as one of the funniest towns in America.
I'm not exactly sure why they did this. I guess this is just a marketing campaign. So they came out and they parked this truck under the big weed sign, and it said, what did it say? Comedy is for the blunt. Catch our drift, weed. And they parked. I guess it's just a marketing ploy for Netflix. And then they bought everyone's meal at the High-Low Cafe that day to celebrate. So first and foremost, yes, this is great. This it's perfect. Weed is a funny town name, because they have banked on the fact that it is the slang for marijuana, and they banked on that fact for a long time before weed was even legal. And I think it's just it's a cool little marketing campaign that they did, and they had like a video on Facebook, and they're trying to get people, I guess, to watch their comedies by using Weed California. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I thought it was pretty cool.
I think it's a fun story. I think this is a great kind of example of guerrilla marketing. Just putting a sign like that on the side of a truck, and you could see the picture on activenorcal.com. Of course, it's going to get the locals talking. It's going to get on Instagram. I love that they bought the everyone's meal at High-Low Cafe. High-Low Cafe, if you're not familiar, we did an Eating NorCal video there, which you can also see a link to that in the article on activenorcal.com. But yeah, I mean, the show isn't out yet, so we don't really.
I don't think it is a show.
It's got to be. I mean, they're not
clear on
this. It's not going to be a movie, though, right? It would be more of a series, probably.
I guess. It wasn't very clear why they're doing all this, but yeah. It's whatever. It'd be cool to have a show about Weed California on Netflix. We love weed, Siskiyou County there. So I thought we can go through some of the funny stories about Weed California. You ready? So first and foremost, weed is known to sell I Heart Weed California shirts, and it's a play on words, and it's a bunch of stoners driving on I-5 that want to have a funny, ironic T-shirt.
Not just stoners, just anyone that wants an ironic shirt.
Very true. We have weed stuff all over our studio just because we love the town.
We have a TikTok.
We have a great TikTok of you going into one of those stores and buying all the stuff. So there's a couple stories, and I won't get to them all. So first and foremost, there was a sign in Weed, California, and when you get off I-5, there's a junction that you turn one way. You turn to if you're coming north, or going south on I-5, to the left is downtown Weed, and to the right is the College of the Siskiyous. So the sign just said Weed with an arrow this way and College with an arrow that way. Now, if you're in college, or if you're just a youthful person, that sign would look really good in your house, in your dorm room, in your man cave, whatever. So it kept getting stolen. It kept getting stolen. It kept getting stolen. There's a ton of photos online of people in front of the photo, laughing. And luckily, this wasn't in the time of social media, because it probably would have gotten a ton more. So they ended up, finally, it got stolen so many times that they put up this super elaborate sign, College of the Siskiyous this way, downtown Weed, California that way. So it doesn't get stolen anymore, but I always love that story.
I do too. Weed, they take advantage of the name. And, Weed was actually ravaged by wildfires a few years ago. So any publicity we can give Weed, California, is great. And yeah,
they weren't hit too bad.
It was,
not compared to a lot of places. Right. But yeah.
But anything to bring a little tourism and a little kind of marketing to a small town like Weed, we embrace.
So another story is Mount Shasta Brewing Company. They created a marketing campaign. This was a long time ago. I don't know exactly how long, maybe a decade, before weed was legalized in California for sure. And the brewing company's marketing campaign said, try legal weed. And it's just beer. There's no weed in it. Try legal weed. So they got in trouble for this, and they actually went to court. And they ended up winning, and they still do to this day. It says try legal weed on their beers, but the guy's rebuttal to this promoting marijuana is he said, "Look at Anheuser-Busch. What's their marketing campaign? This bud's for you."
Oh, there you go.
I thought that was brilliant.
Totally.
You use bud as a name for weed too.
Out lawyer them.
Well, he took on the establishment and won, so I like that guy. But,
Shout out to Mount Shasta Brewing Company. Their food is shockingly spectacular.
and their beer, the Lemurian
Well, yeah,
Lager.
I mean their beer is what they're known for, but their food is also low key, super fire.
Super good. Their pizza, super good.
Their Cuban
Sandwich,
Yeah.
that's right, yeah. So anyway, Weed California in the news again. I feel like we talk about it a lot. Just it's a fantastic outdoor destination, right under the shadow of Mount Shasta. But it's funny too, and according to Netflix, it's one of the funniest towns in America.
Can't wait to see that show come out.
If there is a show,
I'm
we
sure
can't. We'll make sure we update you guys on that.